What if the richest software engineer in human history quietly became the largest private farmland owner in the United States of America? Not a rumor, not a theory, a documented, verified, publicly recorded fact that most Americans still do not fully understand. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, one of the wealthiest human beings ever to walk this earth, a man whose name is synonymous with computers, software, and technology. So why does this man own 270,000 acres of American farmland across 18 different states? That is not a garden. That is not a hobby farm. 270,000 acres is larger than the entire state of New York, larger than many countries, and it was purchased quietly, secretly, through shell companies and intermediaries, specifically designed so that nobody would notice until it was too late. Today, we go inside the most controversial land acquisition in modern American history. And what you are about to discover will permanently change the way you think about food, power, and who truly controls both. William Henry Gates III was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington, the son of a prominent lawyer and a school teacher. By age 13, he was writing computer programs. By age 19, he dropped out of Harvard to start a small software company with his childhood friend Paul Allen. That company was Microsoft, and within 2 decades, it became the most valuable corporation on Earth. By 1999, Bill Gates had accumulated a personal fortune of $100 billion. The first human being in modern history to reach that number. He had more money than the gross domestic product of most nations on Earth. But here is what nobody tells you. As Microsoft's dominance began to fade, as Apple, Google, and Amazon rose to challenge it, Bill Gates began quietly moving his wealth, not into new technology, not into space companies, not into cryptocurrency, into land, into the soil, into the most fundamental resource that human civilization has ever depended upon, the resource that every human being on Earth requires to survive every single day of their lives: food. The farmland purchases began quietly around 2013. Nobody noticed at first. The acquisitions were made through a web of holding companies, land trusts, and investment vehicles with names that did not indicate who was behind them. Cascade Investment LLC, Gates's private investment firm, was the primary vehicle, but the trail was deliberately obscured. By 2021, investigative journalists at the Land Report had finally pieced together the full picture. Bill Gates had become the single largest private owner of farmland in the United States of America. 270,000 acres, spread across Louisiana, Arkansas, Arizona, Nebraska, California, Illinois, Iowa, Washington, Wyoming, Michigan, Colorado, Minnesota, Georgia, Idaho, Montana, North Carolina, Oregon, and Florida. 18 states, one buyer, one name, hidden behind dozens of corporate structures. The immediate question everyone asked was simple. Why? Why does a software billionaire need this much farmland? The official answer from Gates's representatives was equally simple. It is a financial investment. Farmland historically appreciates. It is a stable, inflation-resistant asset class that performs well in uncertain economic times. And that answer is partially true. Farmland has outperformed most asset classes over the past 3 decades. It generates a steady income through leasing to farmers. It appreciates reliably. It is tangible, physical, and impossible to hack or delete. For a man managing hundreds of billions of dollars, farmland is a logical investment. But there is a second layer to this story, one that Gates's representatives are significantly less eager to discuss. Bill Gates has been one of the most prominent and vocal advocates for transforming the global food system. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, one of the largest private charitable organizations in human history, Gates has invested billions of dollars into agricultural research, genetically modified crops, synthetic fertilizers, lab-grown meat, and what he calls the future of food. In his 2021 book on climate change, Gates explicitly argued that wealthy nations should transition entirely to synthetic beef. That traditional farming must be radically transformed. The food system as it currently exists is one of the primary drivers of climate change and must be replaced. And while he was publicly advocating for this transformation, he was privately buying the land that produces the food he says must change. In Nebraska alone, Gates owns nearly 70,000 acres of prime agricultural land, some of the most productive soil on Earth. In Louisiana, he owns large tracts used for row crops. Arizona, land that controls critical water rights in one of America's most water-stressed regions. Water rights. That detail matters more than most people realize. Bill Gates is not alone. The pattern of billionaire farmland acquisition extends far beyond one man and one fortune. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, owns over 420,000 acres of land across the United States, making him actually the largest individual landowner in the country when all land types are counted. Ted Turner, the media mogul, owns approximately 2 million acres of ranch land across multiple states, making him one of the largest bison ranchers in the world. John Malone, the telecommunications billionaire, owns 2.2 million acres, the largest individual landowner in America by total acreage. And then there is BlackRock, the world's largest asset management firm, controlling over $10 trillion in assets, has been systematically acquiring agricultural land and single-family homes across America at a scale that has triggered congressional investigations and state-level legislative responses. North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma, Florida, and several other states have passed or are actively considering laws specifically designed to prevent foreign nationals and large institutional investors from purchasing American farmland. The political response has been bipartisan. Republicans and Democrats alike have raised alarm about what is happening to American soil ownership. In 2023, Congress held hearings specifically examining Gates's farmland holdings and their implications for American food security. And the land he now controls produces the food that 230 million Americans eat every single day. This story is documented through public land records, investigative reporting by the Land Report, congressional testimony, and Gates's own published writings, all of which are matters of public record available to anyone willing to look.